I'm Race Pages editor Paul Huizinga, and today we're in Torrance, California at RC Engineering. Now that name will be familiar to anybody who's been involved in any sort of EFI applications for the last 20 years, because RC is hands down the expert when it comes to fuel injection. The reason we're here today is these little guys right here, fuel injectors. We're working on our project car, 1986 Mustang GT called the Killer Panda, and we've got the entire engine disassembled down to the lifter valley. We're putting a new Edelbrock intake on and installing a nitrous system. While we've got all that apart, we've got the injectors off the rail. We're going to have them cleaned and balanced, and this is not just something that makes us feel good. This is an important safety consideration anytime that you've got the car apart. The reason being, a stuck injector or an injector that's leaking can both lead to performance and safety problems. Let's take a look at what RC does. Our injectors are original equipment and have accumulated 20 years worth of varnish and dirt while cycling more than 130 million times. But they're not done for just yet. An overhaul at RC will have them working better than they did when our Mustang was fresh off the showroom floor. The first step is checking the operation and spray pattern of our injectors to get a baseline. RC Engineering's Kiyoki San Miguel hooks all 8 to a custom-built test bench that supplies pressurized fluid and an injector signal. Then he records the results. The fluid matches the flow characteristics of gasoline without being nearly as flammable. The test bench regulates the supply pressure to match the application, and Kiyoki can control the injector duty cycle from 0 to 100% with the turn of a knob. For the initial test, the duty cycle is set to 80%, fuel pressure is 43 psi, and a timer runs the injectors for 60 seconds. The clear cylinders let Kiyoki see not only the volume of fuel being delivered, but also the spray pattern. A partially clogged injector can throw fuel against the sides of the intake tract instead of directly toward the valve, causing all sorts of drivability problems due to puddling. With the test complete, Kiyoki noticed that we had 2 injectors that were dripping when the injector signal was turned off but pressure remained in the rail. Dripping can be an early warning sign of an injector that may eventually become stuck open, and even if the problem never gets any worse, it can cause an engine to hydrolock on startup if too much fuel leaks past while it's not running. To prepare our injectors for cleaning, Kiyoki removes the inlet filters, O-rings, and plastic washers and injector tips, which will be replaced with new pieces later on. From there, the injectors go into an ultrasonic cleaning tank filled with an environmentally friendly solution. Leads from a driver box are connected to each injector to cycle it open and close throughout the cleaning process, working the solution through the internal passages. The first cleaning will take about 20 minutes, and if the injectors aren't particularly dirty, it may be all that they'll need. The next step is flushing and purging the injectors one by one in this larger test fixture. For really dirty or plugged injectors, Kiyoki can use this machine to force fluid backwards to dislodge stubborn deposits. This machine is also used for testing high-volume injectors because it's capable of reading much larger volumes over a short period of time. With the initial cleaning complete, it's back to the test bench to check our results. We're still seeing some dripping from one of our injectors, so a second trip through the ultrasonic cleaner and another back flushing will be required. With the second cleaning complete, the end result of our day at RC is a set of 8 injectors that are all balanced within 1 cc per minute of each other and have excellent spray patterns. Now we can reinstall them with confidence.